being reasoned, which are being approved, which are being in the pending approval state, which are in the inbound state. I can easily see from this Redis Insights UI. And then this is the Docker desktop container where the Redis container is running. This was the short demo of this project. So if anyone has any questions, please.
Thank you.
I'm using native library which the Python has. So I'm not sure. I basically used cursor. So in this era, no one is 100% familiar with the code. I am 50% familiar because I have an engineer background. I am not 100% aligned to the byte coding. So I am not remember 100% name of that library, but that was a Python native library which with the Python version 3 that is compatible. I can head over to code and show you if I remember. I don't remember the name of the library, but there is some Python library familiar with that. These are all the environment variables which we needed to properly make this project in working form. Any other questions, please? No? Yes.
Thank you for your presentation. I'm curious about the journey that you took to be able to extract knowledge from policies and from the documents that already existed in the enterprise. Do you feel that a prompt and response interaction is enough for informing the humans in the loop that this is the best thing to do, or there is a more intuitive user interface that the human needs to be able to better understand the policies, the value of those policies, why they exist, for what purpose they exist, if you will? Is there a deeper user interface that is required for providing more understanding to the human?
Yeah, basically that question is related to events. So there are dedicated user interfaces and applications will be which are properly doing the stats that if these kind of policies are there, then we are properly responsive, and then we can properly create graphs. So basically observability and monitoring is required here. So about the agents. So that is the doable, but I have not considered the observability part for this project, but evals for the AI, for the agents, that is research going on and that is required. I can create one separate application, one separate dashboard for the admin panel where he can see properly all of the responses based on the grounded Microsoft Foundry anti-policies. That is doable.
Because the one thing I was curious about is that you haven't quite, it's a wonderful demo by the way, I was just curious to see what if the AI gets it wrong, what if the AI produces an output that, say for example, is completely against the policy, but the human has no understanding of the policy that exists basically. So, often people move on in organizations, and by fully abdicating their responsibility, that check process, if you will, to the AI or Foundry or any other tool that exists, if you will, you have no way to mark the homework of the artificial intelligence, if you will.
A little bit risk is involved here, and that risk is basically taken care by Microsoft Foundry IQ.